Hi everyone, this is going to be my review of the Lena Sensitive menstrual cups in the small and large size. Full disclosure, the Lena Cup company contacted me the week they launched this cup and asked me if I'd like them to send me a pair of them to try, and I said yes. They sent it to me with absolutely no expectation of a review or of any kind of review or any particular opinion about the cup. So these are going to be my own honest opinions on the cup, and I'm making this video of my own volition. I will include a link to the first impressions video where I compared the sensitive cups to the previous Lena cup and a few other cups in my stash. So before I get into the review, I'm going to show you a close-up of the two cups and show you the construction. So I have trimmed the stem on both of these. They both had a tab style stem. This one has one grip ring left. The small cup has, I think the stem in total had about 4 grip rings, and on the large the stem had about 3 grip rings. It's a nice flexible stem. Like as it is cut here, I can't feel it when I wear the cup. They both have 3 grip rings on the base of the cup. They're fairly prominent grip rings, so you will be able to get a good hold on it if you need when you need to remove your cup. They both have 4 suction release holes. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they are kind of at an angle, so you can see it starts on the left here and ends on the right on the inside. No measuring lines or anything, but there is, I don't know if you can see that, but the word Lena is embossed on the inside. Okay. So I tried the small and the large, as you can see. I have tried the small and the large in the Lena original about a year ago. I own 3 of the Lena smalls in the original firmness. It's one of my favorite cups. If you watch the first impressions video, I call it, like, you know, not really my Goldilocks cup, but as close as I have gotten to this point. It's a cup I can use kind of in the most circumstances, you know, that I need a cup in. The Lena large, though, in the original firmness, I destashed over a year ago because the cup was just, it just felt too big and too firm. For me, it felt like it was kind of holding my vagina open because I have a fairly low cervix. So I had to cut the stem right off, just like I did with this one. And the cup just sat really low, and I could just kind of feel it at the opening of my vagina. So I had high hopes for the Lena Sensitive and the size large because it's a really nice softness. I mean, or firmness. It is a medium soft cup. It felt close to the Super Jenny, which is a cup I like a lot. And I thought that the cup being softer would make up for the issues that I had with the Lena original in the size large. Unfortunately, that's turned out not to be the case. I think I have to just accept now that this cup is just too large for me and that the firmness was only a part of the problem. So I tried this cup 3 separate times, at least 3 separate times, based on what I have recorded over my period, which is kind of last week into beginning of this week. And it just didn't work. I could feel the cup nearly the whole time I was wearing it. If my thumb is my pubic bone here, the cup was just like, it was just always resting, kind of halfway out, halfway in front of it, halfway behind my pubic bone. And no matter what I tried, I couldn't get it up any higher, and it was just pressing on my pubic bone all the time. And I could feel it when I moved around, which is not a issue I normally have with cups at all. And I don't know. I mean, I wish I had a better understanding of my anatomy, but I couldn't imagine like where the cup, like why it wouldn't go up higher, but it just wouldn't, and I couldn't seem to move around it in a comfortable way. So it was just too much pressure on my pelvic bone, a little bit of pressure on my bladder. So you know, this cup just did not work out for me. At some point, I tried to put it in. I wanted to give it a good try on. Like, I tried it, I think, twice before my period really got going. I wanted to try it a 3rd time just to really give it maybe a capacity test even. And I just could not wait. I think I maybe lasted about 5 minutes, and I could just I could feel it, and it was so uncomfortable. So I took it out and I put it in my Super Jenny Small, which is a much softer cup. But well, really not much softer. That's not really the issue. It's just I think the main issue was that it was softer in the base here. So I fit up. It's just like there was not all this pressure down on the bottom here. So there's not the pressure on my pelvic bone that I had with the Lena Sensitive Large. So I took it out. I put the Super Jenny in, and the relief was immediate. So I just had to give up on this cup, unfortunately. I do think though that if you have tried the Lena Original Large and the cup fits, but you feel it, then you should try the Lena Sensitive. And my thing is that I think this is just, I think I can only use a cup that's like at most 50 millimeters long, and also it has to be fairly narrow in the base. So like for instance, the Spoon cup is a little bit shorter than this, but it's a much smaller base compared to the Lena. The Lena is, that's kind of their style, right? The base flares out a bit. So I think the shape just doesn't work for me at this size. On the flip side, I really, really enjoyed using the Lena Sensitive Small. So again, like I've said before, I own 3 Lena cups in the original firmness. I really like that cup. It's my most reliable cup. I can use it in the most circumstances. But it is on the firm side. And for me, I never had any issue once the cup was in. I don't feel it when it's in or anything like that. But I like a cup that I can handle easily, so I like to be able to fold it easily. I like to be able to squeeze it easily to remove it. And the Lena Sensitive is a really nice improvement in that regard. I feel like I might have fairly weak hands, so being able to fold the cup without too much trouble, not have to worry about this springing out of my hand or anything like that, is a great feature. Absolutely no sensation while I'm wearing it. It fits easily, it goes in easily. I was able to, I wore it out away from home. I emptied it away from home. Just as easy to clean. I didn't even rinse it. I wasn't even able to rinse it out. I just, emptied the cup and wiped it out and reinserted it. Easy peasy. I mentioned in my first impressions video that I sometimes use the Ruby cup when I start spotting because when very beginning of my period, before my period really starts, my vagina is on the dry side, and the Ruby cup was easier to insert because it's a very soft cup and it just kind of goes in easily. So this cycle I made a point to try the Lena Sensitive when I would normally use the Ruby, and it worked really well for that as well. So it's nice and easy to insert even when my vagina is on the drier side. And then the main concern I had with this cup was I was concerned about exercise. So one of the reasons I like the Lena cup is because it is a firmer cup in the base. So if I'm going to work out when I need to wear a cup, I tend to use the Lena. So I wanted to try this cup to see, would it work for exercise? And I wore it on a day when I would say I was probably bleeding moderately heavy. And it was weights, so I was doing squats, bench pressing, hamstring curls. I'm moving up and down. For hamstring curls, I'm on my stomach, kind of, bringing my heels up to my butt. And I had absolutely no leaks. At some point, I felt a little bit damp, so I went to the bathroom to check on it. I think it was just sweat. No leaking. When I got home and I emptied my cup, it was about a third full. So it wasn't a negligible amount of blood. I think if the suction had gotten released, it could have been messy, and it wasn't. So I really like the Lena Sensitive Small. I think it will replace the Lena Original for me as kind of my go-to Lena cup. And given that I think I'm at the point now where I have reached kind of the maximum length I can comfortably wear. I know that I just can't wear a cup longer than this, and I can't wear a cup that's wider than this, or even as wide as the Lena Large. So given that, it seems like the max capacity I can really get from a cup is about 25 mils. The Super Jenny, goes up to 30, but I don't like wearing this cup for too long because the stem can get irritating. So I think I could probably declare the Lena Sensitive Small as my Goldilocks cup. it gives me all the benefits of the Lena cup, plus it is easier to use, and it's, it's just a nice kind of medium soft cup or medium firm cup. Has all the benefits of a firm cup from a kind of stability point of view, but also all the comforts of a soft cup. So that is my review of the Lena Sensitive. I will include the link to my first impressions of these cups, plus my the review of the Lena Original. And yeah, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Let me know what you thought of the cups. If you tried the Lena Sensitive Large, what do you think of that? If you have any tips, because I mean, if I could get a cup to work for me, I would love to do that. But if you have a tip or two, let me know. And thanks for watching. Bye.